Well, welcome on to Shepshed VE Day celebrations on Glenmore Park. We're going to listen to some of the interviews I did with Robin Popley, his great impersonations of Churchill, and to Luke Abner, who's one of the main protagonists, I think is the word. You're listening to Glenn Miller, and I'll shut up and see you after this.
Sweat. You ask, what is our aim? And I can tell you, in one word, victory. Victory at all costs. Victory.
Brilliant.
In spite of all terror, however long and hard the road may be, of every home in our island and in our empire, and indeed throughout the world, goes out to the British airmen who, undaunted by odds, unwearied in their constant challenge and mortal danger, are turning the tide of world war. Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall fight to defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. Hooray!
Right. I'm with Robin, who has got an alias now, and it's called Winnie Churchill. So, Robin, where's the fascination with Winston first? And secondly, where did you know you'd got the voice?
Okay, so my fascination with him, Alan, was I'm a history teacher first and foremost, and I obviously enjoyed it from that perspective, and as a child growing up loving history, but also probably because of my other interests in the wider community. I love, what he stood for. Yes, he was a man of some question at times, and he had his moments. We all have our moments, but I think what he encapsulated, he was the right man for the right time. And I think Chamberlain, I actually think as I've got older, I really respect Neville Chamberlain. I think he was a lovely man, a decent man, but he wasn't the right person at the right time. Winston was. We needed someone strong who called out the elephant in the room, which obviously in this case was Hitler, and wasn't afraid to speak his mind. And actually, had we not had him at that moment in time, I don't think we'd have possibly come out as we did. I think a lot of people's spirits were rallied round by him and the king. So, yeah.
I did read that about halfway through the war, that Hitler had two choices: to go to Britain, invade Britain, or Russia.
Yeah.
And he thought he could take Britain whenever he wanted.
Correct.
And a lot of his generals said, you've made the wrong decision in going to Russia.
Absolutely.
But you're right, we've had, if you look in history, even history that's just gone by, we've had politicians who were right for the time.
Absolutely, yeah, we do. And that goes for all colours, Harold Wilson was a very good Prime Minister, and he was a Labour Prime Minister, and he was right for the age he lived in.
Yeah.
Harold Macmillan was a fantastic Prime Minister, again, a peacetime Prime Minister. Blair, Thatcher, they've all had the strengths and weaknesses, but I think it's been a long time since we've had someone with that,
Winnie.
That sort of, I don't know how to, persona is the word I think.
Yeah, and he found the right words, didn't he?
He did. He had more words published than William Shakespeare did in his whole career.
Yeah.
William Shakespeare wrote how many plays?
Yeah.
So he's an orator, a wordsmith, a historian like myself. Also like me, liberal, conservative politics in both camps. He was born tongue-tied like me, so I have a huge admiration for him, and dyslexic like me as well. So again, there's lots of things I look up to him for because of his path to where he had to overcome a lot of problems like I've had to overcome a lot of problems, so I can respect him for that as well.
Yeah, I always sum up Winston Churchill is nobody liked him.
I think he was a man who was very divisive and His own side didn't like him because they didn't know what was going to come out of his mouth next. And I think the other side didn't like him because they wished he was one of theirs.
Yeah.
And that's literally all it came down to.
I think that sums it up.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, really. Right, let's get back to the action that's been put in place here.
Okay, yep.
So, VE Day was on Friday, obviously,
Yes,
but
yeah.
people are working.
Yep.
So, what's the setup? How long have you been involved with this?
So,
I know you did it last year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we started this process last year because it was the 80th anniversary last year, right? I, on the council, pushed for this to be commemorated.
Yeah.
And thankfully a couple of people did support me, but then because of just time constraints and stuff, we couldn't do it this time last year. And also actually this time last year, whilst it would have been nice to do it on the VE weekend, we would have been competing with half the county.
Yeah.
So actually by delaying it to VJ Day, which is in August, it actually worked out better. We had less people to compete with. No one else was really doing anything, so we were basically using the opportunity to do both.
Yeah.
And because it was so successful last year, we decided to do it again this year. We've got people coming in from outside. We've got a really good guy with me called Louis Carver, and he's Louis Carver, and he's a really good guy.
Is he really?
Local trader. It is still valuable at this moment in time, but that's not the reason I'm saying this.
No, I'll come to him later. I'll expose him later.
Louis is a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
He works so hard for the community and the whole borough actually. So,
yeah, he does.
But yeah, and I say I've had support from across the aisle, so it's not partisan. It's just I'm for Shepshed, and I want our town for once to have something that's ours. We don't do stuff like this enough, I don't think.
No, we don't.
And I think just looking at how many people have turned out today, there's families of all ages, young, old, children really enjoying it. I can remember last year there was a group of school kids by the War Memorial who said, "This is amazing, I love this, I wish we did more stuff like this." So clearly there's an appetite for it.
Yeah.
So proof in the pudding, two times we've done this now and it's popular, so hopefully we'll do it again next year.
Yeah, is there going to be a VJ Day, you say?
I think VJ Day, I don't know what we're going to do for that. We might do a smaller thing at the War Memorial, but a big event. I think we need to do a wartime event every year because people like it.
Yeah, they do.
They enjoy it, and say from small acorns, big oaks grow.
Well, of course they do, because then people have the confidence then to do other events, don't they? So that's fine. Well, thanks for talking to me, Robin. And as I say, Winston Churchill, you've done me hard good. So we'll put this
Courage.
Yes, thank you.
Now, at this very moment, I knew that the United States was in the war, up to the neck and into the death. So, we had won after all. How long the war would last, or in what fashion it would end, no man could tell. Nor did I at this moment care. We should not be wiped out. Our history would not come to an end. Hitler's fate was sealed. Mussolini's fate was sealed. As for the Japanese, they will be ground to a powder. All the rest was merely the proper application of overwhelming force.
And a big thanks to Robin Poplar there. We're going to have Robin on again and we'll talk to him about other things. But a great impersonation of Winston Churchill. If you want the extended radio version, then it's on my Facebook page and YouTube channel.